ready? You ready?
I'm ready.
Alright. Alright. It's not what I thought it would be growing up. It's more to it than just having fun, doing what you want, when you want, or even where you want. I'm Curl Hall, and today I'll be talking about why being independent wasn't what I thought it would be growing up. See, for me, particularly in high school, that's when I started thinking that I want to live on my own house, my own rules. And I just do everything myself. Don't have to ask for permission. Mom, can I do this? Can I do that? I'm grown. And that's how I was thinking. And recently I asked myself, about 2 weeks ago, why was I such in a rush to move out? Why did I want to leave? And the answer to that is, I don't know. I don't know why. I had a pretty good life, a real easy life, honestly. Had both parents in my life, good support system from all my brothers and sisters, star football player. So I don't know why I wanted to leave, but I did, and that's why I'm here. But prior to me moving out here, the only thing I could think about was fun, fun, fun. I never really developed a full picture on what it means to be independent. And I do admit, my first couple of weeks out here was probably the funnest time I had in my life. But as time went on, days became weeks and weeks became a couple months, I started to realize what it really means to be independent and be grown. Like, I learned out here that if you don't take care of your business, nobody else will do it and it'll never get done. A wise man once told me, he told me whatever you do from this point forward will always affect you in your future. No matter how big or how small it is, it will affect you in 2 ways. Not 3, not 4, but just 2. I'm gonna tell you right now. On my left side right here is a negative way and a positive way. For example, school, we all go to school, we're all here. I learned that if you don't go to school, you have a possibility of getting dropped. And with getting dropped, it means you're wasting time, you're wasting money on a class, you're wasting your you're slowing down your school process, honestly, and that affects you in a negative way. And that's not good. And another example is sports. I play football, I love football. I wake up every morning and work out. So by me working out, that strengthens my abilities and my skills, so I'll never be behind, and that affects me in a good, positive way. So like he told me, and I took that to heart. So whatever I do, I try to think before I do, think before I speak. I just try to be grown and take care of my business. And with being responsible, it's a lot to it. And there's a lot of stuff I'm not familiarized with, such as bills. I never had to pay a bill in my life until I got out here. It sucks. I don't know how my parents did it, because every dime I get, every dollar, I gotta save it. I can't go out as I want to no more because I gotta pay for rent, utilities, light bills, so I hate it. It sucks. Another thing that I'm not familiarized with is laundry, and I'll be the first to admit, I hate doing laundry. Every time I do it, I call my mom every time, ask her, am I doing it right? Am I putting the right detergent in? She was always laughing and said, I don't know if you're doing it right, but I could tell you to correct it. And it's just stuff that you gotta do to be responsible. You gotta take care of business, and I learned that. Like I said, when I first came, I had a lot of fun. I can't lie, I came with a lot of laughter, but like I said, time went on, I started becoming more serious. I stopped going out as much, and I started really just taking care of business, going to work, getting paid, paying bills, and staying on track. And that's my speech. Thank you.
Corel, you've got interesting things about your presentation.
you're kind of a contradiction here, because you do some things that are really nice. Your face is expressive when you're speaking. I think you get a lot of effectiveness in your voice, but we don't get to see some of that because you turn away from us and walk the opposite direction sometimes. You're pacing, and you're not talking to us. You look down while you're speaking. It's like you're talking to our feet, if you were ever talking to us at all. And so you've got these really good qualities, I think, in your facial expressions, in your voice, and then they're kind of defeated by these other habits that you have that you've got to kind of break out of and connect with people a little bit more. So your delivery is really undermined by the bad habits, even though you're doing some things really nicely. Like, you have some good natural indicators when you're speaking. There are a couple of places where you had some nice descriptive gestures. You're talking about the left, the right, or up here, or down here, and you kind of go through the process of talking about some of those difficult things that you're dealing with. So you are engaged when you're talking to us, but it's more like you are engaged with yourself rather than the audience. You're kind of thinking about it from your perspective. It's like you're working it out in your head instead of telling us how you're working it out. And I think that's the thing that you have to work on the most, is connecting with the audience a little bit. I like the introduction. I'm not exactly sure what the point is, except as you go along, I figured out what your point is, but you don't have a very clear statement of what the point is that you're trying to make. There's no preview, so there's no structure that's set up, and I think that's a problem. You're winging it here. I mean, this is a nice impromptu speech on a subject of your own personal choosing, and I think you do an okay job on that, but it needs to be prepared a little bit more. The examples that you have are kind of interesting. I think they're things that people can relate to, but there's, like I said, stuff that is also problematic. It's a little underdone at the end. And when you get to the conclusion of the speech, it's like you just stop. It's like, I don't have anything else to say, so I'm just going to stop faking it, and I'll just move on with my life. And, you're missing some opportunities here. It's like everybody can do certain things, and you want to learn to do the other things also. And I don't know that you're learning enough to do all of the other things as well as you should. I hope that you work harder on that, and I hope that it's going to be better. We've only got, you've got another speech to do, and a persuasive speech, and you've got an impromptu speech to do. Work on those things, okay? Let's get it better. All right, thank you.